Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Married at First Sight panel discussion. I'm Glenn from Jack and Glenn. I'm not Jack. This is Jack.
He's not Jack. He's married to Jack.
Yeah, I'm married to Jack. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are out there. Yes, and I do have her working on Mother's Day. I just want to let you know.
Don't you look? Don't be trying to steal my thunder.
Hey, you know,
I said that I was going to say
hey,
he's making me work on Mother's Day.
I had to get.
Everybody else got off. He's making me work.
I had to get. Hey, look, I had to get ahead of the curve, so it don't seem as bad. Nah, man, we enjoy bringing this to you. So we'll have a little bit of discussion, about Married at First
Leave
Sight.
him by himself. He be acting up when he by himself.
I don't be acting up.
I can't leave him by himself.
Look, I don't be acting up. I just be having fun, man. I just give the people what they want, right? Discussion about Married at First Sight, not acting up. Hey, man, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for rocking with us this afternoon. We want to talk
Happy Mother's Day to y'all.
Happy Mother's Day to y'all. We want to talk about Married at First Sight, man. We had we on sliding into decision day. We had a couple. I don't know. There's a lot of talk about. Decision day is coming up, so we give you our thoughts and our views and who we think are going to stay married on decision day. Who says yes? Who says no? Why they say yes and why they say no? So sit back with us, relax, enjoy, relax, enjoy the afternoon.
Take off your coat and relax.
Take off your coat and relax,
and enjoy this afternoon with us.
Right? As we talk about Married at First Sight, and couples of decision. Let's get the easy one out the way, right? Easy one out the way is Chris and Nicole, right? I know Chris has I don't want to call him a pushover, but he is a pushover. He has a mentality where everything is just gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be lovely. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna.
I don't know about that.
If you don't does not try to cause any waves in his relationship.
But I don't think he has everything is lovely. Everything's okay. He's just he just rolls with it. He's not saying everything's lovely and okay. He's not a boat rocker.
But sometimes in this man with Nicole, he's gonna have to rock the boat.
Oh, she gonna be rocking it enough. He gonna have to steady the boat. He can't rock the boat. She's gonna rock the boat. He's gonna have to keep it steady.
Hey, it's gonna be one of those things. You got to keep it steady. He's gonna be able to say. She's gonna be able to tell him to do whatever, and I don't think he's gonna say no. Only thing he kind of said no on so far has been this house situation, right? Because he hasn't given her a definitive answer about what they're going to do as far as the house. About everything else, where it was from changing the shirt or wearing the shirt, or he says no, but yet he ended up still doing it. Right? No, I don't like the shirt. We're not going to wear the shirt, but he's not wearing the shirt. Or I don't like dressing like a dinosaur, but why are we doing this? Well, to appease my wife, I'm going to do it anyway.
Why do you do anything silly? Just to be silly.
Well, yeah, but sometimes the spouse doesn't want to be silly. He didn't want to be silly at that time.
But your wife wanted to be silly. So be silly with your wife sometime.
Yeah, but it was like the moment he was like, he does. Look, he does. He is consistent at addressing some concerns. He just do it. He does it on his own time frame.
Yes, very quiet manner. I agree.
Yeah, he does. Okay.
Like I said, he's not a boat rocker. He knows when to speak up. He's not going to be all rah with it. But yes, I agree, D. He does. He's not a pushover, but he's also not the I'm the man type of person.
No, I'm not telling you. He don't have to walk around.
Yeah, he said you had to do that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you were saying that.
Oh, yeah. Not beating his chest, but I think there's some things with Nicole. He should have been like, hey, you know what? Like even with the house situation, we're gonna table it. That's enough. Like look.
But
that's enough.
I feel Nicole because I want to know. Okay, what we doing? I would like to know. I think in that case, she probably would have been like, she would have rather them not renew their leases. In that case, she didn't speak up there. But yeah, I feel Nicole on that. But they're gonna say yes.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's doubt in my mind.
Both of them will say yes. They have no reason to say no. If one of them said no, it would be the biggest upset in Married at First Sight history. The biggest. And I don't think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I think both of them will say yes on decision day. I think Chris is going to say yes. And I think they will work the living situation out. The biggest question is when we come back to the reunion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will Chris and Nicole still be together?
Yes.
You know, a lot of people say yes, and then they get off TV, cameras go away, people go away, they don't live in an apartment anymore, and real life really begins.
Mm-hmm.
And then we find out that they are no longer together. What was it, Derek and Katie?
Yeah, but that was kind of iffy
Was one of the ones. Who else came back in on decision day that we realized that they wasn't together?
A lot of people.
Never gonna lie, it wasn't Sasha and Nate. It was I know Derek and Katie was the first one that comes to my mind.
Mm-hmm.
That by when time the decision day rolled around, they were no longer together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been.
We have had some shockers. We've had AJ and Stephanie come back later, and they were still married, which surprised me. I don't know, something about AJ just doesn't vibe with me. Jamie and Elizabeth, Jamie and Beth. But for those that keep up with it, they're separated right now. But I mean, Charlotte was quite a bit ago, so they've been together all this time.
With him all the time, so we'll see, man. We see. So, but yeah, if they don't, I truly believe it will be a big shock to. It'll be something that Married at First Sight fans really will talk about.
Man,
like you'll be like Kevin Frazier. Just spend the whole.
Kevin Frazier might fall out his chair.
Just spend the whole segment with them and like find out why, right? I think Pastor Cal and if they said no decision, I think Pastor Cal and them would really intervene. You know one thing you haven't never seen on this? You never really see Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper or even what was the other lady's name? Dr. V ever intervene when somebody really says no, right? Like, you sure? I mean, I know Paige and Chris that was a whole different debacle.
Man, that was
like a 4-hour decision day, a 4-hour decision thing walking off. But again, I think Chris and Nicole are at lock to say yes. I don't think anybody's gonna stop them. And I think it'll be all right. I think we'll see them on couples cam and all that. And I think they stay married for a long time. But they didn't really have any major issues on this past episode. They just was basically talking about what they're going to do on decision day. And Nicole was like, she's still confusing with her statements sometimes.
But the one thing I like that even though Chris was like, we'll cross that bridge with where we're going to live when we get to it. The one thing he did say is he says like he doesn't want to go months without living together. Yeah. So that's something where they were talking about maybe being separate in their own places for a little bit. And Nicole was like, I don't want to do that. Now we hear Chris saying, no, we don't want to go months without living together because that you are doomed.
Yeah.
Doomed.
We go months without living with each other. You're doomed.
Yeah.
You're
after you've done it for 8 weeks. Like if you want to live without your spouse, Virginia and Eric did that. If you want to live without your spouse after 8 weeks, like that's a bad.
I think that's
sign.
Another couple that came to decision day and it was done.
Yeah,
that was done. I think they said yes on.
Man, that was pitiful. They did the whole little couples thing and broke up during that. Like really,
cam, so
isn't he? He's got a fiance now.
Oh, Eric got a fiance now. Yeah, he's ready to get married again. If you follow Eric on Instagram, Eric from the Atlanta season, so he got another boo, another boo. So, man, but yeah, Chris and Nicole, easy, yes, boom,
easy,
right, easy.
All right, so let's do another easy one, but on the other spectrum.
Oh, Gina and Chris, Gina, other spectrum. Gina and Clint, easy, right? But I don't think it's as easy as people think.
Really?
And no, it's easy that they're both not going to stay together,
right?
Right, that you think they're going to be friends, but the question is, I think Clint will say yes.
You do?
I think Clint's going to say yes, and I think Gina's going to say no.
I think they're both going to say no, but like for different reasons. So, hers is going to be a flat out no. Not attracted to him. Don't even want to try without the cameras. No. For Clint, he's going to say no because he's not thinking she'll want to work at it after the cameras. Like he would be willing to because he's past the slender athletic comment. I feel like he's actually getting to be attracted to her a little bit more, but she's just not giving. And so I think that's why he'll say no. She's a flat out like, nope, not, not, don't even want to try. I think he will want to, but he's going to say no because she won't want to, even a little bit.
This is one of the ones where, again, I like to see them go apart and answer the question.
Yes.
And go apart and say why, right? Because I think if Gina says, I think if Clint goes first, he says no. Gina's automatically going to say no. I think something inside of Gina may want to say yes and see how it goes. But again, I think she's really going to say, she's going to say no. But I like her reason. I want to see her reasoning why. Reason why, and we know sometimes Gina can be cutthroat. She can say what she feels.
She gonna call him all kinds of weird and bizarre, because that was the big thing with them. We know when they talk to the experts, she comes out with these. He's weird and bizarre, and he's got kind of personality that gives you secondhand embarrassment. So they talked about that, and she's like, I didn't mean to say it that way, and that would offend you, but I mean that's your personality, you know. And like, she didn't say this to him. She said it to the girls. It's like, it's kind of a turn off. But I don't know. Unless he just really be wilding, like out of control, it's just like extra fun to me. And she's like all business. I feel like she don't know how to have that kind of fun.
But that's what it is. She's business all the time. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what's been the problem in their relationship. Not one of the problems that she's business all the time. That she, again, the attraction that is not there, she doesn't try to I don't want to say intimacy, but to connect it, the holding the hands, the hugging, the kissing. You know, we talk about when Pastor Cal, I'm talking about Airris and Jasmine, right? They they're finally able to get together and get a box. Well, they gave Gina and Clint a box way early. Like, where was the intimacy there, right? So I think Gina is the what you call, she wants marriage, but she wants somebody to be able to do it on her terms. And Clint is like a loose cannon. She can't control Clint, right?
But yeah.
And that's one of the things. And not to put him in a box, but Clint, he adapts to her. But he can't. She can't control the way he acts. So she said it's embarrassment. It's not embarrassment. The dude having fun.
He is a 40-year-old
having fun type guy.
But no, this is what I'm saying. He's a 40-year-old man. What kind of changing and adapting and just it ain't gonna be that much changing and adapting. 40 years old. And like I said, I think she called him silly, jokester, crass, dancing, loud, drunk person. I was like, wow.
But she's always drinking with him. Like, she never get drunk?
But I guess she don't. She's like, I don't act like that. I don't act like that. Mm. But I mean, I was expecting, like I said, I always say this about Clint. I was expecting way more worse from him than we got.
No, he has his stuff together.
Yeah. So unless, again, we don't see everything. They're with each other every day. You know, cameras filming. They got some time when the camera's not filming. And so unless we saw that in, you know, she saw that we didn't, like his really, really wild moments. Because I think even when they had the 80s party, when they went on a retreat, like he wasn't really over the top then. I think it was just more than what she's used to. And it's fine. That's fine. But I think he's just a fun person.
Yeah.
And maybe what she's, I don't know. I don't know.
Here's a big question. Who's Hank gonna go live with?
They're gonna have visitation with Hank. They're gonna have visitation. Because they're definitely gonna say no.
Oh, they're both definitely gonna say.
And so they're gonna have a visitation with Hank.
Yeah, I want to see where Hank goes. You know, Hank can go with Gina. Hank can go, maybe like I said, visitation. He'll come. I don't know which way it is. Come downstairs, or upstairs in the condo, because you remember they live in the same condo.
Yeah, in the same building.
In the same building. So, here's a big question. They both gonna say no. Will Gina hook up with McKinley?
Let's see.
That's the question, right? We know. Let's be honest. Gina and Clint's both gonna say no. They're gonna go their separate ways. Here, will Gina hook up with McKinley? Because McKinley's been in her DMs.
See, that was the setup too. He was in her DMs asking about somebody else. But at the same time, he said, oh, yeah. Yeah.
She talks about him bad.
She did. But yeah, McKinley slid in her DMs because he asked about a celebrity that he was crushing on that she's friends with. But he also did keep saying, basically, she's fine. You know, she banging, she's bad. You know, I don't see what's the problem with her. this is my thing with McKinley and Gina. I think he'll probably like her more than she likes him. Because if she don't like, I mean, it's even though it's McKinley's not loud or crass and not all like that, but remember he's sarcastic. He's a fibber.
He's breaking every man code. I don't think Gina's gonna break the girl code.
They ain't friends.
I don't think. Again, it's a married first sight code. I don't.
They're not friends. Bow and Zach did it.
Yeah, but they knew their relationship was over though.
Okay.
I don't think Gina's gonna.
Their relationship is over.
But I don't think Gina will cross the path and mess with McKinley. I think McKinley was.
I think she won't mess with him because she won't like him like that. I think she does not like. If they hooked up, I'd be very surprised. I just don't think she would like McKinley like that. I don't.
Yeah. Well, sorry about the poll, guys. Wrong question. But I put the head answer response to be Clint and Gina. I said who can get it, yes or no. Anyway, I should have made who get Hank, Clint and Gina. So I'm gonna put a new poll up here in a second. I think McKinley will pursue her. I think McKinley will try to go after her, and I don't think it's gonna work out.
I don't think she's gonna give him no play.
You don't think she'll give him no play?
No.
I don't think she'll give him a play. I think she'll give him a chance. I think they may go out once.
No, but let me go back though. I think with you, like you just said a minute ago, I don't think Gina will break girl code and mess with him because she's cool with Dominique. But I also don't think that McKinley will be her cup of tea.
I think he'll try.
Oh, I'm sure he'll try. And then maybe where'd that scene come from with Clint and Dominique kissing? That has to come back up. We have to see that somewhere.
That's going to be on. I think that's going to be on not the reunion. Where are they now? Mm-hmm. I do think now Clint is Dominique's cup of tea.
Yes.
Because
and I think she's his
because he's older. Mm-hmm. He's established. He has
Hi cat.
Got some things going for him. So I think there will be.
Happy Mother's Day, sister.
I think there will be a play there, and I think Clinton and Dominique will go. Do you think that the experts got it wrong, though? What if they come back and McKinley and Gina are actually dating and doing very well? And what if Dominique and Clint are dating and doing very well?
It'll just go that all that will show is that the matching based on personalities and values and stuff like that for them, it didn't work. You should have matched them based on looks.
No, I mean it works on personality. No, it works on personality because based off what they asked for. Because again, Dominique asked for an older man, Clint's dad, right? Clint asked for somebody who's outgoing and partying, who matches his energy, right?
Oh, but Dominique ain't athletic and slender either. Just for the record.
But she is athletic. She was a volleyball player.
But she ain't slender.
Oh, but she matches his energy, right? She matches his energy, and so see, you got an entrepreneur, McKinley, entrepreneur, and Gina. So they both understand business aspect. And
you sound like McKinley. That's the same thing he said.
And McKinley won't be around her. I mean, again, I can see them being together. I can see it happening.
I mean, I see that matching too.
So the experts, like, I would ask the experts at that point. Like, why do you match these two together? If they're working now, like, we get back to the reunion or get back after the show, whatever we find out that Gina may be messing with McKinley, or McKinley may be messing with Gina, or Dominique may be messing with Clint, and Clint messing with Dominique. That's the question to the experts. Like, what did y'all see? You know, but it's something different. I think it'll be interesting. Remix, Married at First Sight remix edition.
But for those of you that are just joining us, so far we have said we're talking about the past episode, but we're also giving our predictions. So Nicole and Chris, yes. Gina and Clint, no.
I'm gonna say Clint says yes.
He'll be saying no. Gina saying no too.
Yeah, they're gonna say they won't be together. Put it that way. They're not gonna end up together. But I just think Clint may say yes to try it a little bit longer, and Gina says no.
I think they're both gonna say no, like I said, for different reasons.
Yeah. So,
but okay, the two that's the crapshoot.
let's go to Jasmine and Airris.
Okay, Jasmine and Airris. Okay, so
just fast up.
They bothered me this episode because I feel like now they're working up to saying yes on decision day. Like now they're like Michael and Jasmine are like, you really wasted most of your weeks.
6 weeks.
You wasted most of the weeks. Airris talking about how, she's not my type. I'm not attracted to her. She got a little butt. It's probably some other stuff that he never said. And pumping her. I'm a 12 on her list, but she's not that for me. You wasted so much time doing that. And now you're trying to play catch up not even the last, I'm going to say the last week, but especially the last few days. Like, really? And then you want to try when the cameras are gone. So then all of a sudden you attracted to her because he gonna make her spin on that pole a few more times. That's what's gonna make him more attractive.
You bring the pole in the house for the last couple of days, right?
It has somebody breaking in that.
She's athletic.
The swingers edition.
She's athletic.
Everybody traded spouses. You get a spouse. You get a spouse.
She's athletic.
We traded all kinds of spouses.
Pole. You see when she was twisting the pole. She's athletic. You can be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But not Airris. I think Airris has. Some of you guys would disagree. I think I said that Airris has grown on a lot of people throughout the season. He's actually trying, and she really like. Here's the big side. Like, yeah, right. Airris is trying. Jasmine likes the fact that he's putting Jasmine.
Please don't bring her up.
Jasmine is putting in a lot more effort, and with being straightforward and being forthright with him. And he likes the challenge. He likes the fact that she's kind of holding him to the fire. Mm-hmm. Like, look, I need you to do this, or I want you to do this. And look, you didn't do this, and giving him that extra oomph he needs, and he finds that attractive. He likes that, and you even see them in their body language a little bit different. She said they've been holding hands more and hugging more and kissing more, and they've always
got his hand on the right cheek.
Yeah, he put his hand on her cheek, right? So she allows him to touch her. Now he's feeling that intimacy that he could have been feeling like 6 weeks earlier if he had just trying to do it. He wasn't trying to do any of that.
This is okay. So I'm gonna say like I was talking about Clint. So Clint's 40 years old. Like his personality is not really going to change. So I'm gonna say this with Airris. Like he's 39 years old, and you need to make some changes, not personality-wise, but like how he said Dr. Pia changed his look, like his thinking about intimacy. Like, bro, you're 30, into me see, not into me get. but intimacy,
used to where he's at. He's been used to people giving it to him.
But that's what I'm saying. In this case, like the way that Clint is set in his ways when it came to his personality, which that's how it's going to be. Airris had been set in his thinking when it came to intimacy, but thankfully that's something that can change, and I feel like his eyes are opening now, but it's almost too late. Mm-hmm. It's almost too late. And I feel like really that's something he should have learned outside of Married at First Sight. At 39 years old, you should know that intimacy is not just sex.
But it's who you deal with, though, and the circles you're around. It's not. He was down in different circles, and he dealt with different women. He never dealt with anybody who was like Jasmine, who was Jasmine. Sorry. You know what? I think Airris.
God bless Jasmine.
I think Jasmine.
He keep bringing her.
And I think Airris needs to be with Jasmine anyway. That's a whole different. That might be a whole different pod. A whole different show. With Jasmine,
she'd be like, "Now, Airris."
She would talk to him like he a second.
We're not going to do that, Airris.
But again, that's that sternness that he needs. So you look at Jasmine and Airris. They had fun with each other. Mm-hmm. When they did outings, when they did group situations, they were having fun. Mm-hmm. Airris felt more comfortable around the group. I think after he met with Dr. Pia, he met with Devon Franklin, met with Pastor Cal, and met with Dr. Pepper on the different times, that he's gotten more relaxed, and he felt like, you know what, I need to at least give it a shot. Mm-hmm. These people are experts. Let me try what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Try what they tell me to do. And when he started trying it, he realized, go back to your point, I can change, and me changing has made this relationship better. He just needed some advice. Now, the question is, how come he didn't get that advice earlier? Not from just the experts, but earlier in life, so he can understand how to treat a woman who just doesn't throw it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was his problem. He like, oh, she threw him a curveball because she wasn't all up on him and being, I don't want to say hoodish, being the way that he likes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to their decisions, I'm on the cusp. I feel like Airris might try to say yes because, again, he's got a little push, a little oomph in these last couple of days. And I feel like if he says yes, I feel like Jasmine will say yes.
Mm.
I feel like if he goes first and he says yes, Jasmine will say yes because she's got hope.
I think she's gonna say no. I think he say yes and she says no.
Mm.
I think she knows that he's not the one. That he's not it. I think
if she goes first, she will say no. If he goes first, she's gonna say yes if he says yes. She's gonna go whichever way he goes if he goes first.
Mm. Why is that?
Huh?
Why is that?
Because again, if he says yes, then she'll have some hope. And like I said, they've picked it up in this last week. She'll be like, okay. And then he even said, basically, what was it that they said in the episode? It was like, once when after decision day, we can put in the work more. He said it like that. Like, once the cameras go away, we don't have to worry about that, with the filming and everything. And so we'll just be dealing with like everyday life. And so I think she has hope. If he says yes, then she has hope that, okay, he really wants to try and maybe he's feeling me a little bit more. And so she'll say yes. If they ask her first, she's going to say no.
Mm. She wants to hear him. Basically, she needs the confidence from him.
I don't know if
what you're saying is she needs the reassurance from him that he wants her, that he wants to try after 8 weeks.
Yeah, but I think it'll be peer pressure too. She won't be bold enough to say no if he says yes.
I think she's been bold. I think she has a voice now. I think she would say
no. She has a voice, but it's the hope. It's the audacity of hope. It'll give her so much hope. She'll be like, okay, let's try it. And when they come back at the reunion, they will not be together.
Okay. I get that. If they both say, if somehow they're together after decision day, they probably won't be together after the reunion.
No. I'd be very surprised.
I'd be very surprised unless they get all the help they need, because I think it'll be a total different situation for them. But if they do try, I'm not going to be mad.
Oh, no.
I mean, if Jasmine says yes, or somehow says yes, or if somehow Air says yes, I won't be mad. I think they can work. I just think too much time. Mm-hmm. Too much time has passed. They missed out on opportunity. They missed out on time to get together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so it's probably why they want to try it after 8 weeks. But that's not. They don't. I mean, I guess they'll marry at first sight. Don't give that option. The option is either try it after 8 weeks, because they even think marriage is either marriage or divorce, right? Chris said that with Paige, can I try a little bit longer? Can we go 8 weeks? And they were like, if that's not the decision, do you want to stay married or you want to get divorced? And by you staying married, it's saying I'm going to commit to this marriage for another 8 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm going to commit to this marriage when the TV channel is off or when the cameras are away. But are you really committing to marriage, or just committing to the fact that you want cameras to go? Mm-hmm. And are you really trying because you're still in the process? You know what I'm saying? So it becomes tricky how the show or suggests they either stay divorced or get married.
Mm-hmm. So. But the other thing I just want to throw in with Jasmine and Airris, at least she knows, okay, if this doesn't work, my husband said it was a farce. I mean, I think a little bit it was boosted up those guys to approach the girls when they were out.
A farce.
But I don't. Homeboy interrupted her little vignette. I don't think that. I just long as she knows, because her confidence had been broken down a little bit. Because she was like, I never had this where
Yeah.
And so I think that was good for her confidence boost. And at least if her and Airris don't work out, she knows, well, at least it is some guys that still interested in me. Now, I don't know if that's the way the dude that came up to her talking about the 740 is the way you want to go. But I'm just saying, at least she knows, okay, I can start feeling myself again. Because Airris had her like not feeling herself like, and she had to regroup. Like, hold on, I did some work before this. I was confident. I ain't gonna let you break my confidence down. No.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence was good. It was a good confidence booster for her to let her know she still has it. Right? There's still people out there who's attracted to her. There's people out there that's gonna give her the attention that she needs. She said in her vignette, everybody likes attention. Everybody. Right? She got the attention she needs. Airris wasn't giving her that attention in their marriage first. He wasn't giving that attention at all. And so when you're not getting any attention at home, come on, man, here we go. Men, if you're not getting giving your wife any attention at home, somebody might be giving her attention somewhere. So you might want to be careful. Same thing, vice versa. Women, if you ain't giving your man attention at home, somebody might be giving him attention somewhere. And so you have to be careful about not giving your spouse or the person you're with attention, because once they get somebody who start giving them attention, that's when the attraction comes. And again, she didn't give in to my man who had the 740. I would love to have seen what the how she ended off with him. But if we came back off a commercial break, they had just switched to her coming into the apartment. I wanted to see how it worked out. How did she get out of the situation with the 740? How did she say no? How did she say, I'm married, I can't do that? Did he slide her number? Did she slide a number, right? What happened? How did she get out of that situation? And
I know this
Nicole went home and snitched.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm about to say. And I know this much. My husband agrees it was production led, but at the same time, I know they ain't tell them dudes was like not worried about no husbands. Cause not only was dude trying to talk to Jasmine, the other guy was trying to holler at Kirsten. Yeah. And she was like, my husband, my husband, my husband, my husband. And he was like, forget your husband.
Like,
basically,
forget your husband.
He was like, where he at? He ain't here. And she was like, he not supposed to be here, but okay. But he was like, it don't sound like you all about your husband. Now, production might have had the guys come over there, but I know they ain't make them act like that.
No, they didn't. But I mean, again, all of them married, and they making a decision. My thing is, it kind of exploited what the insecurities of some not the
absolutely
insecurities of what was going on, right? Oh, and the women's relationship.
It was a test. It definitely was a test.
It was a test. And Jasmine, Jasmine. Sorry.
Lord God bless Jasmine. You didn't talk that. Bless you, Jasmine. Honey. I don't know what's going on with you right now.
Jasmine, all right. Jasmine did not give in, but she was flattered. How many of y'all women would have been flattered, right? Are you flattered when somebody look at you in the store and say, "Hey, you look nice"?
They try to hit on what you? They look like. If they look like Uncle Fester, I'm not flattered. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's all they're thinking.
Can it be somebody that is at least halfway attractive? I'm not flattered when a ugly man try to talk. It's not flattering at all. It's not flattering at all when a little shorter than me or my height dumpy dude that's not flattering. It's not flattering to me when I could run the list down. It's more flattering when somebody I'll be like, if I wasn't married, I would talk to you, sir. It's not flattering to me when they be like, I'm like, you 60. How old you think I am? No, it's not flattering when we in the Dollar Tree. I've literally had this happen to me. Okay, I'm not telling you something else. It's not flattering.
Yeah.
It's more flattering when it's somebody that oh wait. You holding the door for me? Oh.
Yeah. Hey, man. Kids come home like, Dad, guess what happened?
This man tried to talk to mommy.
I'd be like, hey, at least I know I got something that somebody else wants. That's how I take it. I look at
a lot of guys think like that. We had that conversation before. I'd be like,
but anyway.
I'm not flattered at all when somebody try to holler at my husband.
Are you ready to go down, huh? Appreciate it. But
last but not least. Yeah. So again, I think if Airris says yes, peer pressure is going to get to Jasmine. She'll say yes. If she goes first, she'll say no, and he'll say no.
He'll say no.
But if they go 1, 2, 3, give your response, and they had to say it at the same time, they're gonna say two different things.
Different things.
That's my thing.
That's your thing. I agree with you. I agree on that. Let's move on to this one.
We didn't want to say nothing else about the episode with them, right?
Nah, the biggest thing was that, they kind of moved along, and Pastor Cal was telling them that they made good progress, and everybody was happy they made progress. And you can see the progress that Airris made, but is it too little too late?
Yeah, it's too little too late.
That's the question. Is it too little too late with Airris and Jasmine?
I think it is. So, all right, last, here's the other crapshoot. Shaquille and Kirsten.
Let's do the episode real quick and then get to the episode with them and then answer, because I want to talk about the father situation. He actually meets dad. So,
how did y'all feel about the songwriting session? I thought it was cute. I've seen a TikTok. I think it was a TikTok or a reel where a lady got a song made for her husband. It was like everything dealing with them, and he's listening to the song like, oh wait, we met each other. Oh, it kind of brought him to tears. So I thought that was cute. What I didn't think was cute. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, go ahead. You didn't think Kirsten singing.
He was boosting her up on that last line of that song, and I was like, please turn the note. Please turn that word loose. Turn it loose, please.
Look,
I thought it was cute that she tried. I thought it was cute that he boosted her up. He's like, sing, girl, sing. And even Miss Caitlin, the little songwriter, she was like, oh, you got vocals? I was like, Caitlin, stop.
Everybody got vocals.
No,
I was kidding. But I think they have made progress.
Yes.
In some areas, and there's some areas they regressed in. I mean, you can see them make the headway, then they come back, right? Make some headway, then come back. I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional, but you see Shaq sometimes. Shaq can be petty. Shaq can be very petty at times, and Shaq wants things his way, and she's not willing to give into all of Shaq's pettiness, right? She said, "I'm trying to be with you. I'm trying to be what's the word? Be around you or give you the attention that you need. I want to be able to support you, right? I want to support you, but her supporting him is not the way that he expected it to be. He wants to be head over heels supportive. Her to be head over heels supportive. If she is supporting, and again, if you're still holding on to the fact that she didn't go to Memphis, then it's to me, that's like, let that stuff go. In marriages, there are some things you just let go, and I think he hasn't been able to let it go. I don't say that. See, I don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to say he acting like a woman, but I don't want to. He's holding on to stuff too long. That's very unimportant, right? That's not important in a relationship. All right, she didn't go. Here's the next opportunity. Let her go. She did support you in other areas. Let it move. But on.
I think it's still not the support that he's looking for. He's looking for, a cheerleader. He wants a Dallas cheerleader. He's looking for an image. He's looking for a cheerleader. He's looking for that image. Yeah. So
he wants her to break out the pom poms and cheer him up, and every time he does something, and that's not reality though, right? I mean, yes, you support your husband.
Kathy.
I would support you. Support your husband. You support your spouse, right? But you don't have to be out there every time with pom pom. Hey, he's my man. Sis, boom, boom. That's not that's not reality. You know what I'm saying? Though the reality of it is that I can support you from afar. I may not be there with you all the time. Again, it goes back to expectations. What is your expectation as a husband? Your expectation as a wife? What happens when she can't be there? Are you returning the same support? Are you giving the same support that you want? You want her to be there 100% of your time, and maybe she wants you to be there 100% of the time, and you can't be. So again, when you have different lives, you can't be at everything. You can try, you can support them and everything. I give it us. We do a lot of different things, right? When you're singing, you're doing different things. I'm coaching, doing different things, and we got kids, we got to right?
support their stuff,
stuff, and church stuff, all that. We support each other. But if the time that you can't make a game, I ain't mad at you.
Right.
By the time I can't make one of your concerts or singing, I'm not mad at you. You're not mad at me. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's how the relationships is built in knowing that the spouse wants to be there, knowing they support you afar, whatever case may be, and being able to reciprocate that one to another.
Mm-hmm. And then the other thing is, okay, so if you can't be there, then hey, husband, how did y'all do with the game? How did you feel? You'll say, hey, how did the singing go? Did you, then you show interest, you support in that way by asking about it. And yeah. And let me go back to D said, D agreed with Kathy. The singing, Kirsten singing was a no, but that's a side note. But yeah, you find other ways to, that's a way to support too. If they can't be there physically, so I support you in being interested. I show interest in what you're doing. So, he needs to do that too. But
yeah.
So you wanted to talk about him finally meeting the dad.
He finally started meeting the dad, right? Finally meet the dad. They finally set something up. Dad doesn't want to be on camera, right? Dad doesn't want to be on camera at all. But he finally meets the father, and they really have a good time. They enjoy. He enjoys his company. He sees the father, the grandfather. Well, sees her father in a different light, especially when when he was taking care of the granddaughter, right? Mm-hmm. Showing the granddaughter, cooking different meals for the granddaughter, and he had a really good time. And I guess his question was like, "What took you so long?" And he was like, basically what he said was, "That was simple. That was simple. That was easy. Why didn't we do this before?"
Right.
Like, why didn't we do this before? And I think the dad wasn't ready for that, and Kirsten wasn't ready for that. But is my question to you guys and to you is that a way of Kirsten saying, "You know what, Shaq? I want to be with you longer. I want to be with you after 8 weeks."
I think they really had to work something out with the filming. I think Kirsten was being real. Maybe Shaquille wanted it on. He wanted it during filming, and they really had to work that out. I think that's what it was. It wasn't all that Shaq was like, "Oh, what does that say about these people that's supposed to be supporting you, but they won't support you in this?
Right.
They can't." Time. I think it was really logistics. And then, but also, like when she talked to her brother, it was like, "Oh, you gonna have him meet dad, so you know how dad is. Mm-hmm. He's a diviner of spirits."
Right, like he's the end all be all, right?
Right.
Whatever he says goes. We'll see, but he liked them and they enjoyed each other. So I guess we'll see how it pans out for them. Now, here we go. Decision day.
Okay. So, I don't know. I feel like sometimes they'll both say yes. Oh, the other thing I want to say to them. They did a lot of talking about it being a roller coaster of emotions for them. And I think they really don't know what that means. Like, to me, when I think roller coaster emotions, I think real extremes. Mm-hmm. I think Michaela and Zach. I think who else did we say?
Chris
and Paige. Bow and Johnny.
Jacob and Haley.
I don't know if that's a roller coaster emotions.
Oh, Brandon and what's the name?
Taylor.
Brandon and Taylor. Brandon and Taylor was a major roller coaster. Up down.
So for them to say, it's been a roller coaster of emotions, I'll just be like, I don't really see it. Y'all do have miscommunication. Y'all need to communicate better, but you also need to comprehend. There's more comprehension than communicating. Because I feel like y'all communicating, but everybody ain't comprehending. You're not really understanding where I'm coming from. So I had to disagree with them on that roller coaster. I mean, but they're in it. That I'm just from me on the outside looking in. I wouldn't call that a roller coaster of emotions.
Right.
But they do have some things, but so when it comes to decision day, I feel like ideally, like Pastor Cal said, they really both should say yes.
Oh, they should be. They both should say yes.
But they're well matched. I think people use the word power couple too loosely. I wouldn't say that. But I think they're very well matched. I think they could sustain for the long haul if they could like if Shaq could get out of his head and get away from. I feel like they should both say yes, but they won't both say yes. I don't know. Right now, I'm on the fence with which one of them. I feel like one of them will say yes, and maybe one will say no. But I'm on the fence for which one it is.
Kirsten's going to say yes. Shaq is going to be the one that says no. Kirsten's going to go first, and again, and Tay, I appreciate it. I think we can go along with this marriage. I really like you. I think my family likes you. I think that Shaquille, I've grown to be attractive to you. We had some good times, and I think we should stay married and try after 8 weeks. Then Shaq is gonna probably come in and say, you're a nice person. I think we match evenly. Family has been a big thing to me, but I just don't think you support me enough in the areas I need to be to support. And I don't think this marriage is going to work.
And I think Pastor Cal should turn the table over. Because to me, that's a lame excuse for 8 weeks. You have to give to the level of support that you're asking for. You're going to have to give her time for that. I think you could come up with a better reason to not say yes.
You could. I mean, but she hasn't done anything. The thing about she hasn't done anything else but not support him. We find out on After Party. You ever watch After Party? You find out that she cooks for him. She washes his clothes. She takes care of the house. She still works. She does everything that Elijah wanted Katina to do. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not trying to be funny. She's that old school type of, not old school type of wife. She's a wife that caters to her man and does everything, right? But he's still not giving her the attraction, the attention she wants when he gets home. The kiss, the hug, being embraced. He acts like he's so tired that he can't give her the attention, and that's where it's going to be. And he's supposed to get that. He's supposed to get like when he expects that when he comes to the door, she's supposed to be, "Hey, you're home."
Right, and she expects, because this is why I was going to say I'm on the fence with who would say no, because she could say no to him because, like she said, they showed them sitting in the apartment across the couch from each other. No touching, no interaction. You don't come in, you don't greet me, you don't act like you miss me when you come in the house. That could be, to me, that's more than you don't support me. You didn't show up. That's more like I'm missing that emotional connection. Like I'm expecting to get, give me a hug, give me a kiss when you come in. Hey, honey, how was your day? Sit close to each other, rub elbows or whatever. And so that's why I said I go back. Either one of them could say no to me. And that's why. And to me, I will understand her saying no for that reason more than him saying no for you don't support me. Because again, that's a work in progress. What you're expecting her to do, you can't expect her to come out the gate married at first sight and give you the I've been knowing you for years type of support. So yeah.
Yeah, it is a definitely. This one right here is a crapshoot. Mm-hmm. This one is the hard one. You don't know where. 71% of you on the poll that says that they're going to say no. That they won't say married. Mm-hmm. I agree they won't say married. The question is who says no.
Yeah, and then if they both say yes, by hook or crook, if they both say yes, I feel like I don't know, when they come back for the reunion,
they won't be married.
Yeah. I mean, crazier things have happened, though. Like I said, I really didn't expect. I hate to always use them as an example, but I didn't expect Beth and Jamie to last as long as they did, but they have. I didn't expect Stephanie and AJ, because AJ was weird and just really temperamental and fussy when it came to the production and stuff like that. So I felt like that wasn't just on cameras. I felt like he was like that off the camera. So, but Stephanie also gives me Chris vibes. She ain't a boat rocker at all.
But they have fun together. If you ever follow them on social
media,
I
know I do, and
it works for them.
I know I'm just still not feeling him.
He was one of the guys that the cameras didn't. He did not like the cameras. Mm-hmm. He kind of signed up for it, but didn't really know what he was signing up for. And the camera, the production, and all that made him kind of weird.
Speaking of, he didn't like the cameras. I thought about that with Airris, because the one thing he said about Jasmine is that Jasmine helps him come out more. So she's so outgoing and everything and going places. He said, with my social anxiety, whatever. And I wonder how much of that plays to how he's been during the season. Because again, you should, if you have a problem with cameras, you feel like you can't be yourself, like you have social anxiety, you shouldn't be on a reality show, period, let alone Married at First Sight. But yeah, I wonder how much of that played into how he acts. Maybe it's just like too much. It's like all the time with this filming and call times, and even when we're in the apartment, there's still cameras in there, and they can use, maybe that got to him.
Maybe too. Maybe it's too much. I mean, too much too soon. He doesn't like it. Airris. So it can. I mean, the cameras can be a lot. Production having to sit here, have to answer these questions, or having to make conversation, or people interjecting,
make conversation,
right? And people around and all that thing. It takes a big deal.
I think we saw that the most with Christina and Henry.
Yeah, like
I mean, you want me to ask him this? He's not giving me anything. Like they prompt them to have conversations. They give them prompts.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know about Shaquille and Kirsten. I feel like one will say yes and one will say no. But I mean, they could both potentially say no. They could both potentially say yes. But I'm on the fence of who's going to say no and why.
Yeah, I just don't think they're going to end up married at the end of this.
But they really could be.
They really should.
Look good together on paper and in person.
Physically,
they look good together. I think they could work. They're very complimentary of each other as far as
the religious backgrounds, their families, the goals, what they want to achieve. They're both educated. They both work well in their profession. It eventually, I mean, on paper, it should work.
Mm-hmm.
But we throw the human element in there, and it's not working.
So okay, so
let's go back and recap.
I think we're basically on the same page for most of it. So recap. These are our predictions. Mm-hmm. Okay. Nicole and Chris will both say yes.
Both say yes.
Me and Glenn both say Nicole and Chris will both say yes. Mm-hmm. Gina and Clint.
I believe Clint is going to say yes, and Gina's going to say no.
I think they're both going to say no.
Okay.
So we're on different pages when it comes to that. For Jasmine and Airris, what did I say? I think they're both.
You said depends on what Airris says is what Jasmine says.
Yes.
And I think Airris is going to say yes because he wants to continue. Mm-hmm. And I think Jasmine is going to say no.
Yeah, I think it just depends on if Airris goes first. It depends on who goes first. But since I have to pick something, I think I'm going to say they're both going to say no.
Okay.
And then for Shaquille and Kirsten, I'm hoping against hope. I think they'll both say yes.
Shaquille's gonna say no. Kirsten's gonna say yes. I wouldn't be surprised if Kirsten said no, and I wouldn't be surprised if they both said no. But for the sake of argument, for me having to choose one, Shaquille's gonna say no, and Shaquille's gonna say no, and Kirsten will say yes. And then of course Dominic and McKinley are definitely a no, and I hope they don't bring them on the show at all.
They will.
I hope they don't bring them.
They're going to.
I hope they don't bring them.
Because they want to know what have y'all been doing since y'all have like the second quickest divorce in Married at First Sight.
Did they do Alyssa and Chris?
They did. Yeah, they came.
So we'll see. And polls, 60% of you guys think Shaq will say no, and 40% of you guys think they both will say no.
Nobody thinks Kirsten's gonna say no.
Nobody thinks Kirsten's gonna say no. They agree with me. I don't think she's gonna say no. I said
that too.
I think she's gonna say yes and Shaq to the next. So there we have it.
That's it.
We'll be back next week. Everybody should be back with us next week for the panel discussion, and we'll talk about Decision Day.
Yes.
I'm here. Part one. I'm here. Decision Day is two episodes of the Decision Day. Why? Why Married at First? Why? Why? Decision Day should be all one episode, mm-hmm. right? You shouldn't have to give me two.
It must be some stuff with it
that breaks it up.
It must be some stuff.
I don't want to wait a week to figure out who says yes or no.
How many times have they been doing two episodes of Decision Day?
Haven't had. I can't remember.
They did. When Paige and Chris, they did two episodes.
I thought it was 2 reunions, but that's because Chris and Paige were crazy.
Yeah, they had to break it up. I'm pretty sure it was 2 episodes. I think the last couple times, this might be the third or fourth time. They did 2. So we'll see. Let's see who's right.
We'll see who's right. Hey, but thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank y'all for interacting in the chat, interacting in on this video. Again, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Make sure you follow Talisa Ray. Make sure you follow August Love Story. To those to those on Mother's Day who's watching this, happy Mother's Day. For those who watch this after Mother's Day, if you were a mother,
hope you had a good Mother's Day.
You had a good Mother's Day. And for those who are still interacting with the poll, it's back to 50-50. Shaq is gonna say no, and both will say no. Again, no one else this person is going to say yes. So once again, we appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thanks for rocking with us, and continue to hit us up. All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Bye, sister.